This may be a true story, maybe not. Let's just say it's for entertainment purposes only. I have a 15-year-old niece, Kira. She's a good kid, quiet, smart, keeps to herself, never caused any trouble, always home before curfew. So when my sister, her mom, called me a few months back freaking out because Kira didn't answer her phone and didn't come home until 9 p.m., I didn't think much of it. I told her she probably lost track of time with friends. Well, turns out I was way off. A few weeks later, Kira came to stay with me for the weekend. We were watching a movie, just us girls, when she suddenly said, "Auntie, can I tell you something? But you can't tell Mom." I promised I wouldn't, and what came out of her mouth next made my stomach drop. Apparently that night, the night she got home just before her mom, she had walked home from school like normal until her best friend Tasha pulled up in a black Honda with two guys she barely knew. They begged her to hop in, said they were just hitting Sonic. Kira hesitated, but it was hot, she was tired, and she didn't want to look like the boring one, so she got in. She said at first it was fun, music blasting, everyone laughing, wind in their hair. But then Sonic turned into a quick stop at someone's cousin's house, then a real quick run to another friend's place. By the time she looked at her phone, it was almost 7 p.m. and she realized they were halfway across town. That's when things went downhill, fast. The driver, Malik, was showing off, swerving lanes, racing another car, trying to make Tasha laugh. Kira said she begged him to slow down. He didn't listen. Next thing she knew, there were headlights coming right at them, and boom, they clipped a truck, spun off the road, and slammed into a ditch. Their airbags went off, the windshield cracked, and everyone was screaming. She said her ears were ringing so bad she thought she'd gone deaf. The boys jumped out cussing, and before she could even process it, someone yelled, "Cops!" Right? Malik took off running. They all followed. They ditched the car and ended up near a strip mall. Everyone was panicking. Kira wanted to call her mom, but Malik freaked out, said he had no license and they can't find the car. He was pacing, wild-eyed, muttering about needing money for a tow. Then, and this is where it gets insane, he looked across the street at McDonald's and said, "I got an idea." Kira thought he meant asking to use the phone. No, that's not what he meant. Malik walked in with his hood up, his hand in his pocket like he had a gun, and robbed the place. Literally told the cashier to empty the drawer while everyone stood frozen. She said she saw him grab cash, food bags, and run out like it was a movie. The poor cashier was crying. Tasha screamed at him that he was crazy, and they all took off running again when someone in the parking lot yelled they were calling 911. Kira said she could hear the sirens before they even made it out the lot. They tried to hide behind a laundromat, but the cops found them. 2 cruisers boxed them in, lights flashing, guns drawn. Kira says she was crying so hard she couldn't even breathe. They cuffed everyone, even her, and threw them on the curb. The officer asked what she was doing there. She told him the truth, that she didn't even know those boys like that, and she just wanted to go home. She said one of the cops looked at her for a long time, then sighed and said, "You're lucky. Go home before I change my mind." He uncuffed her and let her walk just like that. She had no phone battery, no money, no idea where she was, and it was almost dark. She says she walked barefoot part of the way because her shoes broke in the crash. And as if that wasn't enough, some stray pit bull came out of nowhere and started chasing her down the street. She says she ran like her life depended on it, screaming until she made it to her neighborhood. It chased her all the way to her porch before running off. She got home at 8:56 p.m. Her mom pulled into the driveway 3 minutes later. She ran inside, changed clothes, splashed water on her face, and acted like she'd been there the whole time. When she finished telling me, she was shaking. She says she still has nightmares about that crash and the sirens and Malik's face when the cops pulled up. Apparently, both Malik and DeAndre got arrested that night. Tasha got probation for aiding and abetting, but since Kira was a minor and wasn't involved in the robbery, the cops didn't report her. Her name wasn't even in the file. Her mom still thinks she lost track of time that night. I've been sitting on this secret for months. Every time I see Kira, I want to hug her tighter. She's just a kid who made one bad choice and almost paid for it with her life. But I can't stop thinking, if that cop hadn't let her go, or if that car had spun the other way, or if that dog had caught her, my sister might not have a daughter today. I told her I wouldn't say a word, but it's eating me alive. So here I am, getting it off my chest to strangers. I'll never tell my sister, but I will tell you. Sometimes the wildest stories aren't on the news. They're sitting right at your family dinner table, pretending everything's fine.